Our Waleed Alamleh is at DeVos Place in Grand Rapids, where the city is hosting same-day voter registration. Waleed.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. And the lines here are busy with people coming in and out as the polls are expected to close within 3 hours now. And like you mentioned, this isn't only a spot to vote. This is also a same-day voter registration destination. And we've been talking about busy days. And speaking of those busy days, we're joined with the county clerk, Posthumus, Lyons. Talk to me a little bit. You are having two jobs today, not only as a candidate on the elections, or on the board, but you're also going to be you also are the clerk here as well. Talk to me a little bit about this process and how it's been for you.
This has been a great day. It's actually been a great election season. You mentioned my other job being a candidate. I have to confess, I haven't had any time to really think about that today. My focus is solely on giving our voters here in Kent County a secure and an accurate election. And so maybe at some point we'll be able to see how that all pans out. But right now I'm solely focused on this election and making sure our voters get the experience they deserve.
And you've talked a little bit about that experience and some of the voter turnout already. We've already had some interesting numbers so far here in Kent County. You were talking about it, over 96,000 early in-person voters already before today. Do you feel like that's had a little bit of effect on the turnout? Obviously, we still have some lines that are coming on in here.
I'm not entirely sure what impact the early voting will have on our election day voting, and I say that because we have issued about 151,000 absentee ballots, which is down from our previous presidential year. Of course, that was a pandemic year, but with the lower number of absentee ballots issued, that may be offset by the early voting. Based on what we've received from our absentee ballots and the early votes, we're at a 45% voter turnout just going into Election Day. So, I expect somewhere in the low to mid 70s for turnouts. There's a lot of people that still are going to come out and make their voices heard.
Right. And you talk about it, people are going to still be coming on out. We have 3 hours left until the polls are going to be closing. How does this process look like for you now with these last 3 hours? Does it just get busier now during this time?
Election day isn't one and done. We've been preparing for months. We've got a lot to work on at the back end. Voters need to be in line by 8 o'clock p.m. Your absentee ballot needs to be returned by 8 o'clock p.m. And then after the polls close, it's going to get real busy in my office as we're working through receiving and reporting all of the results throughout the county. We're not going to sacrifice accuracy and security for speed, but when I get results, you're going to get results.
And when can we expect to maybe see some results, or at least unofficial?
All results are unofficial until after our Board of Canvassers goes through the election results and certifies the election. That will be 2 weeks. So I always want to make sure everybody knows these will be unofficial results, but I am expecting them I'm expecting them very optimistically sometime in the early hours of tomorrow morning. We didn't get results until about 7 a.m. last presidential year. I'm very optimistic we will have our results all reported before then.
All right, appreciate the time so much. Thank you again, Lisa, and we're going to hopefully have a great rest of the night for elections tonight. But for now, reporting in Grand Rapids, Waleed Alamleh, Fox 17 News.